Abusuya the minority leader Alexander AfenyoMarkins abusuya efa IMF report Babontin allegedly a woman say yes Samajan Fee CEO of a good board actually Abokabi just say IMF any home report by over $1.7 billion we must say $22 billion. Abusuya some way Emma the minority leader Alexander AfenyoMarkins Babontin ebe tuja epo the office of the gold board abusuana enyansem ketuama enam so Samajan Fee eba bonten ebe kan sem ebe yi no ho ano na busua otonsem bi ede mane Alexander AfenyoMarkins na cheso offer no de extortionist na busua sa sem we akorezi issues be ba sisi am no kasai ba betodwa say EOCO speaker of parliament any other organization as other groups actually a petition said investigating Alexander AfenyoMarkins the honorable yes because extortionist na ewo no abusuan omo kira ensem bebre ewo mti say investigating the minority leader Alexander AfenyoMarkins abusuan we dey ma me kasa won say yeko na yetie breaking news ababeto do omo kira betoja on the 23rd of August 2026 ya abusuan mama yenko na yentie na yentimi enche ya ha eda so aye be me dey che be se wase ene dey connect channel so ni dey kwanse be subscribe e dey amaye enkomo we daily updates and abusuan ode munsem e dey buy credit goes to daily update team abusuan yenti omo nkoma omo dey abuy na nsem abusuan this time do omo ye dey pia enya sapotani na ebo ye minority leader ha that's why
breaking news about the breaking news we emma enumere share dwumadi ni share na wo share obviously ni nyina say breaking news they say finally EOCO any other bodies petition to investigate AfenyoMarkins extortionists in deporters obviously EOCO mame for official document na nto so na hu we PETITION institution be ni a petition o hwe date na 23rd August 23rd August ene 23rd August Sunday. Then said the Honorable Attorney General and the Minister for Justice made the official document and so until now open details and what PETITION oko Facebook PETITION document and the make kind institutions and other institutions for and the petition one the Attorney General was said the Honorable Attorney General and the Minister for Justice, Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice, Accra, the Special Prosecutor Office of the Special Prosecutor, Accra, the Right Honorable Speaker, Parliament of Ghana, Parliament House, Accra, the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice, EOCO, good. I say the Inspector General of the Police, Ghana Police Service, the Director General of Criminal CID Department, into all kind letter. And I say joint petition for the investigation of allegations of attempted extortion, corruption, abuse of public office, and related conduct involving the minority leader of Parliament. And one was say we the undersigned Solomon Owusu, Director of Communications and spokesperson of the United Party, and Andre Appiah Dankwa, Director of Legal and Constitutional Affairs of United Party, respectfully abushia letter na making kan ade be che na da so no na ana me de source no so aye dem say PETITION obeko EOCO ya petition the CID department, the EOCO, the OSP office sa omo petition no Solomon Owusu United Party and Layel Appiah Dankwa yen ko tie details from era Kevin Taylor share you made in like
this matter you will never know. He went there to send a message that I know now you know what I did. I know that you are not a small fish. What I did, please. So AfenyoMarkins was indirectly apologizing to Sami Jamfi on national television. He didn't want to do it because of his arrogance. He wanted to do it in a way MPP in Kwasi Afono will not understand. Listen to him very well. He was basically begging.
Today you are insulting AfenyoMarkins, using unprintable words on my person, hiring social media people going to sit at studios of FM stations, TV stations, use vulgar language. The very thing that if you give them a snap, a Bible, a Quran to swear whether it is true, they cannot. They are saying it for politics. I won't question you. I won't say anything. I won't sue you. But bear in mind that that which you cherish melts. That one day, that is why in a noble society that I'm familiar with, it says that though distinctions amongst men exist to preserve subordination, ought no eminence of situation make you forget that we are brothers. For he who is placed at the lowest ebb of fortune's wheel is equally entitled to our regard. As a time will come, the wisest of men knows not how soon, when all distinctions, save those of goodness and mercy, a virtue, shall cease, and death, the grand level of all human, I lost the line, shall reduce us to the same state. Now, today you are in office. If yesterday I misconducted myself and disrespected my friends in opposition, I wouldn't have the moral authority to call and say, bro, you are wrong. I honored them. I respected them. They know. Sometimes they can't say it publicly, but they know that AfenyoMarkins respect brotherhood. I respect the
Abuofunu, you respect brotherhood. You are a liar. I want you to sue. Onyeni papa pebia or politics. Or pendro. Sakwawe. Or pendro namunro so. If you don't agree with him, obey withdraw kunwa to actually. Or pendro. This guy, or a very bad person. What he was doing there, he was telling Sami Jemfi, I am sorry. That is what he was doing. So I won't take kasa, now won't take communication, and you will never understand what he was doing. He was basically saying that unya nyakura unya no na mafumo kura enya bontene na wo sekete ma medaso na obi abomi bi. Minim se de me ye no enye. Na mmom na menjene se wo beye de wa ye no efri se kai wachi na unya ni unya. That is what he was saying. Me literature. I did communication. I understand what he's doing. He's sending a message across. With Jimmy too. He's just sending a message across. And then that for me, there me ye nya krampo asame, me that for me, memma what mentamfo entieti amin kume. Na unua nya unua no no. Sama fumu kra na menim se bedrum pempenso we a obejai esem ni nyine gu abontene ma nipa egu menim ase. Na kai wuchi ebia enne de si ya wenya ho abotra o ma yetietia me no ochena ebi betume esi na ebia me na me de me nan besi wo kon so na also tia ase se odo a me wo ma nipa nti me bu nipa. That is what he was doing there. Or pastor me chew na deja abeto abontene. This is communication. You might not understand, but I'll send the message. Ya chino wako gisika ya gune ni mase. Wafere or peso pepa ne tu obedwum na enso peso be yi ne to ho. That is what AfenyoMarkins was doing. Listen to his lines very well. Way on kanokre.
Today you are insulting AfenyoMarkins, using unprintable words on my person, hiring social media people going to sit at studios of FM stations, TV stations, use vulgar language. The very thing that if you give them a snap, a Bible, a Quran to swear, whether it is true, they cannot. They are saying it for politics. I won't question you. I won't say anything. I won't sue you. But bear in mind that that which you cherish melts. That one day, that is why in a noble society that I'm familiar with, it says that though distinctions amongst men exist to preserve subordination, ought no eminence of situation make you forget that we are brothers. For he who is placed at the lowest ebb of fortune's wheel is equally entitled to our regard.
Or say nipa or that forma yeti so a sebio yadwin se wo wu no ono so krampo no debi endaso ho sa na wo ka kire same de wo ma ma ye min wo gu manim asi ye ye nuanom na menim se beduru hairi o so tia se ne me konsi forma me nyo bi a me ndo nipa na mom kai wunchi ade a eda wakoma so no won satumi hwere na mom be di bi nsemu a aya na wakai debi. If you say nipa ye pre asase ase ene ebeko. That is the grammar he was telling you. Or pacho or kind of numu asem. Unim communication. Why do you know That is what he was doing. He's a liar. Yeah, Jinem. Now I mentioned a story for Froby. Approached Sami Jemfi that he needed 10 million Ghana cedis. That is about $1 million. And that Ohiasa Asikanu, because they have seen a report, World Bank, IMF a release, and that in the report, they say Bank of Ghana ne Gold Board Aboka. So for him to go and calm his people in Parliament down, for him to go and talk to his 88 piglet in Parliament, Sami Jemfi needs to give him 10 million Ghana cedis. That is about $1 million. Now, AfenyoMarkins, Sami Jemfi did not do it. In fact, Sami Jemfi catch and say, if they have found something in the IMF report, they should go ahead and do their worst. Because to him, the report does not emphatically state, say, Waboka, and his books, which was audited by the Auditor General, does not show anywhere, say, Waboka 1.7 billion. So whatever he wants to do, he can go and do it. Now, AfenyoMarkins free Sami Jemfi na the Nsan Kasa Sikano. In the name, say, Obeji Sikano, Ako chairman and call for Parliament, send a moon raising issue, AfenyoMarkins tried to go back to Bank of Ghana. And what he did was, he also went to Bank of Ghana to tell them to give him money so that he can shut down or shut up his 88 MPPs, 87 MPs. They will not start any kind of probe. They will not be heckling them about the report from IMF. He did not succeed at the Bank of Ghana. But somebody who is a businessman, an MPP businessman, who at the end of the day has interest in all this, gave AfenyoMarkins that 10 million. That, take it. If you did not get anything from Bank of Ghana and did not get anything from Sami Jemfi, take it and go shut up your people. So AfenyoMarkins took the 10 million, went back, and he never gave any parliamentarian any money. The NPP minority, nobody can come out and say AfenyoMarkins gave them a cent. So do you know what happened? After he got that money and then kept the money, he realized that Sami Jemfi had disrespected him. He did not understand why a young man, people are speculating, when you're Sika or your Gold Board CEO, why you say, he didn't understand why Sami Jemfi said he was not going to give him that money. So AfenyoMarkins decided to blackmail Sami Jemfi. That was when he started telling them that he was going to come after Gold Board. So it was steady. In his presser, AfenyoMarkins never mentioned the Bank of Ghana because that MPP businessman who has interest in all this gave him money in the name of Bank of Ghana, which the governor does not even know. So AfenyoMarkins press conference now, he's not interested in the Bank of Ghana because one way or the other, some businessman which I know gave him that money. That money in Saka and in the owed him Bank of Ghana for that amount. And my check shows he didn't get a dime from the Bank of Ghana. When he came out, it was a revenge and a blackmail towards Sami Jemfi. And it's AfenyoMarkins. Okasa. And if you listen to him very well, or you go back to listen to his presser, 99% of his statement was threatening Sami Jemfi. That I told you to give me the 10 million Ghana. I told you to give me the $1 million. And I am going to do what I said I would do because you didn't pay me the money. And if AfenyoMarkins said I am lying, he should come out tomorrow because the people who gave him the money, that 10 million, he never gave any NPP MP a dime. AfenyoMarkins did not give a dime to any MP. It is what study. When we say 90% of NPP MPs on parliament, they are not showing face. I just say AfenyoMarkins go and fight. So what study? The Jerry and the rest, they have all taken a step back. Kojo Opon Nkrumah started side way, but Kojo Opon Nkrumah has taken a step back. Why? It is because they don't even understand why AfenyoMarkins is taking this personal. It is because he wants to blackmail Sami Jemfi to show Sami Jemfi that I am in control of parliament and I can destroy your name. And it's always steady MPP for more parliament. And hardly do you even hear them making direct statements and speaking on this Gold Board losses because they know it does not exist. Kojo Opon Nkrumah started this query. He, at a point, came to that conclusion that there was no loss. But you see, AfenyoMarkins and Nipebia, Okodini Kwasi Asema, he wants to drag everybody with him. And Nitina, when it came to the response, Sami Jemfi man, or responded Sami Jemfi, he did not do a presser. He responded on a paper saying that we, the minority, So what's studying the customer? After Sami Jefiba responding to Nyomana Waye, Sami Jefi telling him he is bold, he can do whatever he wants to do. No, he now came back with a paper in the name of We the Minority, because now he realized that Adeno Eye Buabono. So he's now going to use the minority as a group to attack Sami Jefi. In this letter now releasing Enrano or responding to Sami Jefi, AfenyoMarkins on any day. From the things Sami Jefi said and the response, he would have called a press conference, but he doesn't want to do that. Because the moment he calls a press conference, it becomes about him. Everything becomes about him. So then he wants to drag in the minority and releasing just a paper and saying, this is the position of our minority. But when he had a press conference, he basically made it clear. He said, Sami Jefi, you go to jail. Sami Jefi, you do it. He was threatening him because he didn't get the 10 million cedis. And that's the typical AfenyoMarkins. That's how he operates. So we are minority. Let me advise you people. AfenyoMarkins has been doing business with you people, your name. And you see, this is not the first time he's done this. Why sign your we are check. And one thing I realize here is not just Sami Jefi is soft. Or you say Sami Jefi is young. Or just a bit more popo no ajisike bi ope. Enti or yes I na amfano. Enti on say na Eric J Kasano, he doesn't have the full brief. Eric J does not really have the story. I was in Ghana 2 days ago. And when I'm Ghana by America, I knew all what that was happening. I was following AfenyoMarkins movement. That is why you saw him come. And the Busayan people say, hey, in all this, the Bank of Ghana know this come out gold board. The Bank of Ghana don't yeshi. In all this, when you listen to the MPP, when you listen to their argument, nobody is stressing about Bank of Ghana. Why? Because Bank of Ghana and gold board in this instance are chained together. So why is the person who gave the money or the institution that handed over the money to Gold Board is not also guilty? But you see, because AfenyoMarkins had a plan and he used the NPP minority to do that. And he said, what is the Oyesa Anyama way team? Stay with me. You can get me a piece of his press conference. You can see clearly it wasn't even about Gold Board. It was about Sami Jefi turning down his blackmail. It was Sami Jefi insisting I was not going to give you money. It was Sami Jefi standing up to him. So he wanted to use the parliament now to destroy Sami Jefi's name. It would take the press conference. Their team, get me a piece of his press conference. There was nothing about Bank of Ghana. There was nothing about Gold Board as an institution. It was all about Sami Jefi. It is Antokwana multi social media. Na multi wana mukuma AfenyoMarkins any personal fight. And a money fight, and a extortionate fight, and a blackmail fight. He knows what he's doing. And it's not Anadri or Kwakotina Metro TV or Nikron 4 Paul Adomochi on MPP. What they want to do is to clean his ass because he's caught in a web. He doesn't know. Right now, he cannot call a press conference to address Sami Jefi again because he has gone to the point where we say, Neto Adaho. Right now, when was the last time you saw AfenyoMarkins sitting on Metro TV Good Evening Ghana to talk? No, his leadership is at stake now. He knows to say why a mistake. Greed. It is greed. So they are now a blackmail and extorting. Extortion is sanotie into Sami Jefi or that's why he used these words.
Into improved economic conditions for the Ghanaian people. AfenyoMarkins continuing antics, and I want you to listen to me very carefully here. AfenyoMarkins continuing antics must therefore be seen for what they are: a desperate smear campaign by persons who have specialized in sophistry and political blackmail in pursuit of selfish ends. These are devious extortionists who will come at you with lies to tarnish your reputation in the hope that you will fold and settle for what they call, quote, compulsory arbitration and oil their palms. Well, this time around, they found their own target. The Ghanaian people deserve serious public discourse founded on facts, evidence, truth, and not endless recycling of falsehoods in the hope that repetition will lend them credibility and turn fiction to facts. Gold Board will remain focused on its mandate. We will continue to account transparently for our stewardship, and we will not be distracted from the important work of creating value for the Ghanaian people from the exploitation of the good resources of our beloved nation. Thank you very much for your time. In pursuit of selfish ends. These are devious extortionists who will come at you with lies to tarnish your reputation in the hope that you will fold and settle for what they call, quote, compulsory arbitration and oil their palms. Well, this time around, they found their own target. The Ghanaian people deserve serious public discourse founded on facts, evidence, truth, and not endless recycling of falsehoods in the hope that repetition will lend them credibility and turn fiction to facts. Gold Board will remain focused on its mandate. We will continue to account transparently for our stewardship, and we will not be distracted from the important work of creating value for the Ghanaian people from the exploitation of the gold resources.
So, Sabejefi was explicit in his statement, straightforward. Now, AfenyoMarkins press conference before Sabejefi Kasane, listen to AfenyoMarkins very well. It wasn't about Gold Board, it wasn't about the institution, it was a direct attack on Sabejefi.
Ebinum kan tro. Omu chan tro so no ma yes omum na eka no kre. Wo to gold. Wo dija. Wo akoboka. Wo si eka na wa bono. Wo di akotro wo bi buku mu. Na wo di dia waton na esika na ba wo si wanya mfaso. Nti wo di eka na ya woka. Na what be that? We be a company mienu. Company ba ko na ye di staff salary ato. And a company ba ko so na ye di sales akoto. Nti ye ba ye si o menya mfaso. Na eka na wo boy and the cost of sales no way. Nti ye semu atemdi die ni die en sheki. But ne kure wo mu ne say so far say obi akoye adwuma mpo baby na sende EOCO for tata no mpo oye ayaban adwuma eka 5 million cedis 3 million cedis 10 million cedis yetumi frɛ wo EOCO na wakoda ho na yɛse fa